Rome didn't conquer the world with swords alone. While the image of disciplined legions marching to battle is iconic, the true secret to the empire's enduring power wasn't just its military might. It was something far more fundamental, something built into the very fabric of its civilization: applied science and groundbreaking engineering. This is the story of how concrete, roads, and water forged an empire that would last for 1,000 years. This was Rome's secret weapon. For centuries, builders relied on simple mortar, a mix of sand, lime, and water. It was effective, but fragile. Then, the Romans created a substance that would change the world: concrete. But this wasn't just any concrete. By adding a special volcanic ash called pozzolana, they engineered a material with almost supernatural properties. This Roman concrete was not only incredibly strong and durable, but it could also set and harden underwater. This single innovation was a quantum leap in construction technology. It allowed them to build massive piers, breakwaters, and bridges in harbors and across rivers, defying the very forces of nature. The evidence of this revolution in building is still standing today, 2,000 years later. Look at the Colosseum, the largest amphitheater ever built. Its colossal arches and tiered seating, which once held over 50,000 spectators, were made possible by the strength and versatility of Roman concrete. Or gaze up at the magnificent Pantheon in Rome. Its dome, a perfect hemisphere over 142 feet in diameter, remains the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. For nearly 2 millennia, its breathtaking oculus has opened to the heavens, a silent testament to the genius of Roman engineers who dared to dream on a scale never before imagined. This wasn't just architecture. It was a statement of power, permanence, and divine favor, all made possible by a simple mix of lime, water, and volcanic ash. If concrete was the bones of the empire, then the roads were its arteries. The famous saying, "All roads lead to Rome," wasn't just a metaphor. It was a strategic reality. The Romans were master road builders, constructing a network of over 50,000 miles of paved highways that stretched from the misty hills of Britain to the desert sands of Syria. These weren't simple dirt tracks. A Roman road was an engineering marvel, a sophisticated, multi-layered structure designed for speed, durability, and drainage. Construction began with a deep trench. At the bottom, a foundation of large, flat stones was laid. Above that, a layer of smaller stones, gravel, and rubble was packed down tightly. This was often mixed with their revolutionary concrete to create a solid, stable base. Finally, the surface was paved with large, impeccably fitted polygonal flagstones, crowned in the middle to allow rainwater to run off into ditches on either side. The result was an all-weather highway that could withstand the tramp of marching legions and the constant rumble of heavy supply wagons. The strategic value was immense. These roads allowed the Roman army to move with unprecedented speed, covering up to 25 miles a day. A legion could be dispatched to a troubled frontier in a fraction of the time it would have taken any rival power. This rapid mobility was key to controlling their vast territories and quelling rebellions before they could escalate. But the roads served more than just the military. They became the lifeblood of commerce and communication. Goods, ideas, and culture flowed freely across the empire. A merchant could transport Spanish olive oil to Gaul or Egyptian grain to Italy with a reliability that fostered a truly interconnected economy. The roads unified the empire, transforming a collection of conquered provinces into a single, cohesive civilization. While roads connected the people, it was the aqueducts that gave them life. Rome was a thirsty city, and as its population swelled to over 1 million people, the Tiber River alone could not sustain it. The solution was one of the most ambitious engineering projects in the ancient world: the aqueducts. These monumental structures were, in essence, artificial rivers designed to carry fresh water from distant mountain springs directly into the heart of the city. This was a challenge of immense complexity. requiring a masterful understanding of physics, hydraulics, and surveying. The key was gravity. Roman engineers meticulously surveyed the landscape, calculating a precise, gentle gradient, sometimes as little as a few inches per mile, that would allow the water to flow continuously over dozens of miles. Where the aqueduct had to cross a valley, they built those iconic, soaring stone arches. When it encountered a hill, they tunneled straight through it. They built settling tanks to purify the water and created complex distribution systems within the city. The Aqua Appia, Rome's first aqueduct, was built in 312 BC and ran for over 10 miles, almost entirely underground. By the height of the empire, 11 major aqueducts supplied Rome with over 250 million gallons of water every single day. This abundance of water transformed urban life. It fed the grand public bathhouses, which were not just places for hygiene, but also complex social centers for business, leisure, and exercise. It supplied thousands of public fountains, providing free, clean drinking water for the populace. And critically, it powered a sophisticated sewer system, like the Cloaca Maxima, which flushed waste out of the city and dramatically improved public sanitation. This level of civic infrastructure was unparalleled in the ancient world and would not be seen again in Europe for over 1,000 years. The aqueducts were the lifelines of Roman cities, a clear symbol of the empire's ability to harness nature for the benefit of its citizens. So, when we look back at the Roman Empire, it's easy to be captivated by the tales of emperors and gladiators, of conquests and legions. But the true, enduring legacy of Rome is written in stone and water. It's in the concrete of the Pantheon, still standing against the ages. It is in the ghost of a legionary's sandal on a forgotten road in the English countryside. And it is in the echo of flowing water from an aqueduct that quenched the thirst of a metropolis. The Roman sword conquered lands, but it was Roman engineering that built a civilization. This mastery of science and infrastructure was the real foundation of their power, the empire's true secret weapon, and the reason why, even today, the world is still haunted by the grandeur that was Rome. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories from history.